would DeVries betray her fellow agents like that? A rhetorical question. I already know. Just making conversation.
Let's continue where we left off. Morning, Zuri. Morning, everybody. What's with that shaky inventory? That might be a bug, everybody, this morning. It's only on the inventory screen. It's gone now. No, it's there. That is a visual bug. Not sure what's provoking that. We'll try it again when we get off this planet. It might be unique to this location.
Just turn back. The Hydra finally decided to just bury the corpse of that vigil.
Oh, I just realized there's a bar at the top too. I bet this is a capture card. I bet I need to restart the game really quick. Hold up. Yeah, good morning, everybody. I bet this is capture card related because I got a weird bar at the top. Hang on a second. Technical difficulties. Yeah, we've got a...
Why would DeVries betray her fellow agents like that? A rhetorical question. I already know. Just making conversation.
This is a capture card sync issue. Everything looks good here. I'm going to start a different game. If it's not a different game, I may just need to cycle the... game on and off. I had this with Borderlands 4 too, a few weeks back. See, it's, yeah, the capture card's doing something weird, and the resolution is off here. Alright, hang on, guys. I'm going to cycle the whole thing off, just in case. And I'll if the capture card, let's just reset the whole capture card too. Now it's full screen. When in doubt, turn it off, turn it on again. There we go. All is well in the world. Okay, we can officially start the stream now. I don't need some of this stuff, I don't think, but the damage on these new weapons is getting so high, I'm gonna have to probably start thinking about switching over. I wonder if there's a way to, that plasma pistol sounds like a lot of fun. I may have to try that out. I don't need the repeating rifle. Hit the workshop back at the ship.
turned back. The higher up finally decided to just bury the corpse.
Right. I always forget where the damn workbench is up here. I know we have one. Where's it at? I legit do not remember where the workbench is here on this ship. Oh, by the way, do I have another one of these to open? I still need one more key, man. It's gonna be a hot minute. Apparently my brain is fried because I don't see the workbench anywhere. Oh. No, that's the auto dock. I never have seen what the bed is for, by the way. Oh, there it is. Alright, I do need to start thinking about better armor. I don't need the revolver. Marksman suit. Might try that. Officer Regalia. That's not bad. They're both heavy though, is the problem. Periscope helmet. Base health. Alright, I think I don't want to wear heavy. Can I switch out? No, they can't be recovered after a period. Problem is that's only 3 armor. What's it look like at the very least? Okay, that's actually pretty badass and probably worth modding just for the looks. What's up, Shiny? I think I'm gonna mod that just for the looks. I think for now, yeah, I just really like the look of that. That's pretty cool looking, man. I don't have any mods available for my weapons. Looking pretty good. If I don't say so myself. I'm a dashing space captain. Alright, we can officially go back to, I better save just so that I have my new outfit and everything ready to go. But I also need to start paying attention. I'm gonna have to come back here and buy mods and weapons because my weapons is severely under... I wasn't doing any damage to the mobs we were facing on this new planet, and it's because, like, I'm gonna have to get new weapons, I think. But I was saying the other day, I think that we're at the point where we have to upgrade everything. The cannon I just got at the end of the storyline, so I think we're good there. But like, if you look at the damage on that, like this new pistol that I picked up on that planet is 71 damage. Versus this is 20, this is 34. That's, the sniper rifle is 75, but still. I don't have any mods for it either. I don't have any money for mods. I'm gonna have to start selling stuff instead of breaking it down. You like that tip? I had a good time. It's been sitting in my mind the whole time I've been playing this. I'll be right back. I still had some people in that video who are just staunchly, no, it's not true. Starfield has way more loading screens. I'm like, no, it doesn't. This game has just as many loading screens as Starfield. I could prove it by doing a side-by-side comparison if I need to. Like I did for Oblivion. Or, yeah. Don't you hate it, by the way, when you open up a cookie container and they're all busted up into little pieces? I wanted to have some Dunkin' cookies and they weren't, so I just had to put them in a bowl, and they're just broken up into a bunch of pieces. I'm just very sad. These are the kind of these cinnamon cookies that my wife gets, crackers, or dunk it into your coffee. Go to open up the little bag, and they're all just crumbled. Every time you load on the ship, every time you load off the ship, every time you use the navigation screen to travel. Landing animation, takeoff animation. 100% the same between this and Starfield. Starfield had zones, this game has zones. Buildings that you zone into? Yeah. Doors that are loading screens? Yeah. This game has them. All the same classic trademarks. We just saw one a minute ago using the navigation thing. We're going to go watch one now because we're going to go off the ship. Hang on. What's this? Loading screen. What's that? Part of the loading screen. I'm getting rid of Inez. I want Valerie. Loading screen. Alright. All the stream's good because we had issues yesterday. We're good there, we're good there. A little bit of bitrate dips. Looks like we're okay for the moment. Alright. We have one quest on the Trail of the Traitor. We need to meet with Abbot Newell at Matrix Mercy in Golden Ridge, which is that way somewhere. Dude, Shiny, yes, it's the sunk dunk chip. It's funny too, because we buy the box of those, so the boxes are in, so there's sleeves, right? A sleeve has 6 cookies, and they're in like the foil, right? And there's like 6 or 8 sleeves in a box. And so I pulled out the sleeve from the box, and as soon as I pulled it out, I felt it do that, and I was like, oh no, it's in pieces, isn't it? And then you feel both sides to see, are these ones whole and these ones broken? And it's like, oh no, the whole sleeve is just toast. That got dropped, stepped on, and then somebody still threw it in the in the in the actual box at the factory. It's all good. They still taste good. It's like, it's not the same thing, man. I want to be able to dunk it in my coffee. But it is like, I had that happen the other day. I went to go dunk, and I took too long, and then it broke off, and it was like, no, we sacrificed one to the cause. Because it's not the same thing when it's sludge at the bottom of your coffee. It's not the same thing, man. That sludge is nasty. The dipped cookie is good. Alright. We gotta figure out how to get down there safely. Is this like an elevator? No, but there's a train that looks busted. How did we get down there? They want me to go around. Any ladder down yet? Nope.
hours late for your tram. Please be mindful of your departure in the future. This is your 2061st reminder to keep all personal items with you at all times.
What's up, because it does ruin the whole experience, Shiny. Well, if you didn't come here for the cookie crash out, you're in the wrong place.
Until the next tram arrives.
We do all sorts of stuff on this channel. Strap in and put your big boy pants on, or go back to your mommy's basement. It's that simple. What do we got here? Broken window. Station reports. Current schedule. Incident reports. Staff ashamed. Staff shamed, staff admonished. Conductor reprimanded and recommended for mental refreshment. Citizens found eating food. Citizens falling asleep and snoring. Alright, nothing I can do there. Earth found a flaw in you. Food, food, food. Your food and drink may have more, but you move a bit slower in combat. Yeah, no thanks. Okay, still no way to get down. We did this quest the other day and I got down, but it went in a different direction. For Arcadia, no sacrifice is too great. Each of these copies was made to contain a piece of the original glorious mural. That's right, there was an elevator. Alright, here we go. Yeah, Lou. Apparently we had one first thing in the morning. Little crybaby who doesn't like me talking about cookies. Just wait until my wife brings me a plate of breakfast. He's one of those guys who freaks out when you eat on stream, right? He's gonna have a meltdown. Dude, stop fucking eating on stream. Get back to the game. Dude, I can already tell you that my next character is going to be maxed out on engineering and hacking. Because there have been so many doors that I can't get past because of engineering, and terminals that I can't manipulate because I don't have hacking. I love this character, but I'm already like looking forward to another playthrough and just being like, we're going hacking and engineering, kids. We're going to be the science nerd. Alright. We should probably, since we're exploring right at the moment, let's check the wireless. Grand Plan Wilderness? Wireless, sorry. This is the Order of the Ascendant.
Please, somebody help us! Anybody, please!
What's up, guys?
Finally, some help. We desperately need aid. Desperately.
We?
My family and I, we was making our way to the mercy camp for us refugees. We were set upon. My wife, my son were injured. Can't move them by myself. I had to leave them just past this tunnel so as I could go for help. But being alone is even more riskier. The Varachnids, I chased them off, but they'll be back. Please help us.
It's either an ambush
Ain't nothing I can do for them.
or
but
it's
you
legit.
Got weapon and medicines, and can get us to the camp. Please.
All right, lead the way.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, this way. This way.
I've played too many games before. This has got to be an ambush. Just saying. By the way, the lyrics to this song are hilarious. From chaos to decomposition. Told ya. I have played way too many games for that to have been a legit I need help. Did you just chuck a grenade at me, bitch?
Philosophical profundities formed insight into
Told ya.
Welcome to another installment of Ask a Vicar. Vicar Mag Salsa. A recent inquiry. Why do I hear order product advertisements from the same voices denouncing Auntie's Choice rampant commercialism?
Good question. I'd say the place we differ most from our consumers' varieties is, well, our overall philosophy. The way we view everything. They believe in profit above all else, while we strive for the ascendance of all humanity through the solution of the universal equation. The difference could hardly be greater. So, while we might share methods from time to time, such as the distribution of goods in our case, to help others
Plan is good. We gotta kill a lot of dumb people and take their stuff. It's hard sometimes to still talk smart. Adrena Time Makers take talking good easy, but after Adrena Time makes it even harder, so we need more Adrena Time. We gotta move. Find new people to steal from. Order guys, antis guys, angry order guys, hard to fight. New peoples is easy. Just need new place to catch them when the order guy's not around. Yeah, that's a good new plan. We scrappers can do this. Just got to keep talking smart and keep dumb talking scrappers in back for ambush. This reminds me of
Chromospectral analysis.
on Epic
When
NPC, man.
asked about the average color of space,
What are we gonna do?
famous
We're gonna
color
mug 'em.
cartographer
What are
Newton
we? We're
Oberskopf
muggers.
replied, with no hesitation, beige.
It's a bunch of idiot thieves. Oh man.
To experienced lumen astronomers, his answer was the expected one. But I can already hear the obtuse listener bleating with their faces contorted into a rictus of ignorance. Wouldn't the average color be black or white or simply a shade of gray? No. No, it would not. The answer is rooted in the science of how hot objects absorb and emit light, which answers the ancillary mystery of why there are no green stars. To understand all of this, you must understand the basics of thermal divarication emission theory. The typical piece of non-heated matter absorbs most electromagnetic radiation that falls upon it, including light, infrared, and radio emissions. And the matter reflects only a small portion of that radiation. The visible part of
Those trees are make like
is
little
its
tinkling sounds.
However, most stellar objects generate far more radiation than they absorb. So they
Alright,
can
we're gonna
be
go ahead and kill the
modeled
radio
as
while
an
we go in here.
idealized object, which is assumed to absorb.
Another refugee? All right, step forward. Just a moment. Allowing anyone into Matriarch's Mercy unprocessed will upset the precarious ratio of refugees to aid. We should have an opportunity for placement in approximately 7.85 days, presuming no unforeseen alterations.
Unforeseen alterations. Not a refugee. I'm here on orders from Ruth.
Ah, I seem to recollect one matching your description set for arrival. Pardon my slowing your ingress. It has been rather hectic of late. Welcome to Matriarch's Mercy. Rule number 1, no crowding. Rule number 2, avoid the exclusion zone. Our seer has predicted non-specific imminent danger.
Step aside, you cautious peasant.
Can't say I didn't warn you. You need anything, talk to Seer Wiley. He's in the lift building, straight through the settlement.
I love the fact that that was an option. That's my space ranger. Step aside, overcautious peasant.
Shall ever return to how it was.
Oh my goodness.
The invaders, water defecting. There's no putting
Oh, try not to get too close. My sinuses are stuffed up, my ears are backed up, and my guts are gurgling up. I could burst at any moment. Every fluid from every orifice. So keep your distance.
You ever considered quarantining for the sake of public health?
Oh, you want me to keep sickness to myself? Is that it? Well, I refuse to give in to shame and fear. I've gotten sick at least a dozen times since we set up camp. Why, last week alone, I caught hack lung, sprat tongue, skinny teeth, and a rare case of mortified skull emergence. Figured I might as well get used to being sick. So, I'm practicing for my next disease. It's gonna be a nasty one.
What do you make of the situation around the camp?
I think it's downright awful what's happened to these fine folks. But me especially. Sickness, malnutrition, spontaneous genetic disorders, it never ends. You too. Trust me, you don't want to catch this. Neither do I, for that matter.
Psychopath. Alright. We are somewhere in this
How
camp.
long are we meant to stay here?
That's the order. I'm not in the predictions.
Broke my nose last scrap. Or, I guess Raleigh Dortmunder did, huh? My noggin sure is sore. Ah, I banged him up real good for you, didn't I? I won you one, right? Matters settled. The void you did. Barely connected. You're thinking of 2-3 scraps ago. You've been mostly unconscious a while now.
What are you two talking about?
You ought to talk to Boss Tilda. She's the brains in this... What does she call it? Oh, yeah. Quasi-illicit shenanigan. Doesn't like to look at us when we're all banged up. Said my face turned her off Borscht loaf. Anyhow, head down the hill along the fence. Tell her Mapother and Mudge sent you.
Okay, that'll be a side quest down in there. Might as well keep on going since we're just on a
Keep your
side.
lamps lit. Wherever there's trouble, there's always opportunists willing to profit from it.
Nothing wrong with a little opportunism. Got Sub Rosa down in here. Hey, excuse me.
You got business? No? Move on.
I helped an agent of yours in Fairfield. She promised I would find friends in Sub Rosa.
You the fixer lent your aid to Agent Galloway? Don't suppose you got that crawling hibiscus she promised to sneak me, huh? Forget it. You can come in.
That's right. I have gotten my faction up in you. Love that bag. Can I get one?
Hello, hello. You're the one that aided us in availing Sub Rosa of a rather large shipment of Spectrum vodka, yes?
I did,
Agent
cutie.
Galloway is slightly less trustful than most feral canids, so winning her over speaks volumes of your character. Consequently, I'm pleased to present you purchase access to my fine wares. It's fortunate you're no stranger to contraband.
Where does Sub Rosa stand on the war?
We stand that we'd like to make a good ton of bits on the war, and maybe expand our reach in the process. Beyond that, I'm not supposed to comment. But Sub Rosa consists primarily of ex-Anti's Choice and ex-Protectorate personnel. We've still got folks we care about out there. Complicates some of our feelings on the fighting.
Yeah.
But if the fighting stops, our income begins to go dry.
God, this makes me want to go watch Firefly again. Why are you operating out of a refugee camp?
It's superb cover and a consistent market. Refugees are in need of all sorts of supplies that the Order cannot provide. And Sub Rosa delivers. At only a reasonable markup. Myself, I enjoy the thrills of the environ. Will the Order attempt to drive me out? Will Matriarch's mercy be shelled? Shall I run out of new cereals? Oh, thrilling!
Can't make money without a risk or two.
Agreed. You'd do well in Sub Rosa with that philosophy. Supposing you didn't get killed anyhow. Feast thine eyes on the merchandise.
All right. We have got goodies. Not a lot of coin. Oh, I want that suit of armor. How much does that cost? 5,000 coin. That is a badass set of armor, though. And it has one mod slot still. Oh, she also has a sniper rifle mod. Oh man, crouch movement speed and advanced decrypt. Man, she has all sorts of goodies. Ooh, and a sniper rifle silencer. Oh, I have to buy that. I have to buy that. Can I afford that armor? I'm gonna have to sell something. I needed the meds. Plasma. Oh no, I'm selling. Hang on. Topmost code. We could sell that. Burst assault rifle. I can sell that. Yeah, here we go. We can sell the farmer clothing, storekeep clothing, and the hibernation suit. I need 250 more credits. I'm gonna have to sell something I don't want to sell. I'm buying that armor. I don't care if it makes me go broke. That's really cool armor, stat-wise, and I need it to survive, man. I'm not using grenades that much. I still need 100. Jesus, what else do I have to sell? Foodstuffs. I mean, do I need all the mods? Lights, pistol, silencer? No, because I'm never gonna use silencer. There, we might have enough now. So holster. There we go. And that's with a 15% discount. Okay, that stung a little bit. However, it looks hideous, but the stats are cool. Adaptive engineering. Incoming damage may change defense mode. Light damage enables 10% damage resistance mode. Heavy damage enables 30% evasion mode. And 3% of incoming damage is automatically converted into energy. That's pretty cool. I still have a mod slot available too, but I don't think I have any mods for that. But I do have a silencer for my sniper.
Ankle been squeaking? You can hear it too, right? Anyway, need something, Commander? Sure, I always have.
Mods. Yep, silencer on my sniper rifle. And crisis defense on my acquiescence, which is going to add an additional 20% damage resistance when below 50% health. So that's a nice set of survivalist armor. It's pretty hideous looking though, not gonna lie. It's just... It is what it is.
Greetings. What can I help you with? Let me guess. One of your co-occupants is always hanging up his or her britches in your corner of the yurt. Am I right? Or you're dealing with more of a stay off my palate or that's my air you're breathing sort of thing. Hmm? Pray elucidate the exact nature of your tiff of contention.
Mapper and Mudge sent me.
Oh, really? Like they strung a few words together in a row and it all made sense? That's a marked improvement on earlier. Guessing they left out a bunch, though. Here in Matriarch's Mercy, if you're not a member of the Order, you're probably living close to somebody else. In some cases, sleeping on top of them. Sort of thing tends to cause friction between neighbors. Would lead to fights, but nobody here wants trouble with the Order. So they hire our hooligans to battle by proxy.
So they fight using stand-ins?
Half the time, people shy away at the first sight of blood. The other, that's what they're there for. We say whoever wins the fight wins the argument. But frankly, it's never anything of consequence, like, okay, hurrah! This guy gets back his mangy button. Now, how can I help you exactly?
I was going to ask about the camp, but you answered my questions.
Ugh, a tourist. Well, clear out then, huh? Can't have you scaring off real customers. I got a bunch of yeggs, 2 pugilists, and a sick canid to feed.
Okay, biatch. At least the Sub Rosa folks had some goodies for me. Nice. Alright, we better save since we got new armor. Now I have no money for new guns, though, is the problem. So we're going to have to be scrounging for a bit.
Look, your nose was just a stand-in for the water takes notice. Don't feel like no stand-in.
What happened to this place? Law. Matriarch's Mercy is no safer than the trenches.
Look on the bright side.
We're not going anywhere. Not on the basis of some half-baked prediction. This so-called exclusion zone.
Unspecified
is where we
dangers
stake
predicted.
Our claim. Stand with me in defense of freedom.
Alright there, you're a little serious with that grinder axe, buddy. What are you on about?
Except for the fact that you ain't yelling and trying to eat me. I'd have pegged you as some sort of prosperous scrapper by the relic you got about you. You do got a certain feral look in your eye, though. Okay. I give up. Tell me.
I will tell you in just a second. There. That's like the third person that's asked, how's the game? There you go. Link to the early thoughts video over on YouTube. Make sure to like, subscribe, hit the bell icon over on YouTube, because anytime you ask me the question, how's the game? Should I buy it? What's it like? Is it worth it? I'm going to link you to that video. So just save yourself the time and energy. Go like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon on YouTube, because everything I do in between the streams is I review games. I play lots of games. We discuss lots of things around video games. We have great discussions around movies, films, and TV shows. There you go. Earth Directors, Renfail, and you are?
May Huffstutler, formerly Auntie's Choice, Department of Invasive Marketing. Now, the voice of the displaced. That's what those in the Order call me, leastways. An unofficial sobriquet, likely meant as a petulant slight.
Okay.
On account I object. Louder. More often than the rest. Those of us ended up here have very little except needs. I turn those into demands for reasons of clarity and import.
Okay. Helpful troublemaker is a noble calling.
Though, admittedly, It's a difficult way to make friends. The Order's not exactly fond of me. Rabble-rousing doesn't align with their vision of a perfect universe.
Yep, just
Happy as
another
I am
faction.
to make your acquaintance, I'm busy staking our claim over the exclusion zone, so if you'll excuse me.
What is it? What do you mean, the exclusion zone?
The exclusion zone. The Order has decided to keep us out thanks to some nebulous prediction of disaster. Screw their predictions. We have people, displaced by war and disaster, in sore need of space. There's plenty of room to house them.
Well, the prediction must have been especially foreboding.
Chance of life-threatening peril from a yet-to-be-determined catastrophe were the administrant's words. Not what I would call specific. I honestly don't give the slightest whit about the Order's idea of math or whatever calculation tells them that a catastrophe may or may not occur. I couldn't get anywhere with Administrant Agarwal, but you, maybe you'll have better luck.
What makes you think the administrator would listen to me?
Even the Order, for all of their logical ways, value an outside perspective. And because I've run out of options.
The problem is I trust the math. Being former Auntie's choice, you'll understand if I ask about a reward. I'll give it a
stranger.
try.
Maybe fate's on our side for a change. You can find Agarwal in the lift building, probably formulating another equation to get on my nerves.
In the lift building. This is a speech lockpick character.
Where do we go now?
So I am
Another refugee camp?
100% spec'd towards speech and lockpicking with a tiny bit of guns for distance-based warfare. I don't like close-up. Okay. Administrator Agarwal. Turn off the camera.
What is
the
it?
lights are.
I have 15 seconds of allotted time for non-specific discourse, so choose your words with expediency. Oh, don't tell me. You're here on behalf of the voice of the displaced, aren't you?
May Huffstutler said I should speak with you.
Oh, May, is it? You're on a first-name basis
I
already?
love their armor.
This is about the exclusion zone, correct?
Yes. Talk to me like I'm not from around here.
Fair enough. The exclusion zone is a mere corner of Matriarch's mercy, and rightfully off limits. You see, the seer predicted that a calamity would befall the exclusion zone, warning that the barrier must not be crossed. But the ever-disruptive voice of the displaced is dead set on occupying the exclusion zone anyway, laughing in the face of certain peril.
Okay. Precisely how is the exclusion zone dangerous?
We don't know, and therein lies the frustration. The seer has augured death for anyone who enters the exclusion zone. Yes, you heard me right. Death. Furthermore, and I quote, an outside mediator, having earned the confidence of both sides, has a high likelihood of clearing up an ongoing dispute.
That's me.
And now the voice has involved you. How auspicious. Perhaps you are the outside mediator who was foretold.
I guarantee I am. If you believe both sides will listen, I'm in.
I believe only in the cold, inconvenient mathematics of the cosmos. This will work. It must work. The first step is to familiarize yourself with every angle of the dispute. Talk to the people of Matriarch's mercy. The displaced want the exclusion zone. We want it kept off limits. We can't both be right.
What's up,
With your
Transcend?
seasoned perspective, perhaps the voice of the displaced will learn to listen. Any questions before you get started?
What can you tell me about the voices of the displaced?
I can tell you she's a rabble-rouser of the highest order. Still, she cleaves to her principles. That's something. You can find her outside, among her people, stubbornly defying an order barricade. But you already knew that.
How does being foretold work?
Novice Seer Vicarage should have ample time to illuminate you on the Order's forecast modeling methods. He's just down the room from here.
Okay.
Many people around camp support or object to our methods. Speak to them, form your own opinion, and when you are ready, we will decide the fate of the exclusion zone.
So far, these guys have not been wrong with any of their predictions, so even if I might not agree with their methods, their predictions have been accurate. If you think this is AI voice acting, you have a mental condition. Especially when they have an IMDb page for the game. Get the fuck out of here.
1,068.5 pardons, but my attention is presently 99.81% occupied, coordinating provisions and supplies for the displaced.
Seems like you're pretty busy helping the displaced. What exactly do you do here?
I have zero allotted time for random queries, at present or in the foreseeable future. But very well. As the assigned provisioner, I am responsible for coordinating the requisition and distribution of comestibles, medicinals, and miscellaneous vital supplies. The overwhelming majority of my time is dedicated to this, leaving only moments to see to the Order's needs in the settlement. But it is an effort I undertake with great relish. You may not have noticed, but the refugees do not want for food or medicine.
That's true. That is true. It's sad to say, but the displaced may not have noticed either.
With the great disruption that has occurred to their lives, one could hardly blame them. That they are fed and remain healthy is sufficient for me.
I bet you're more stressed than you let on, but you seem happy about it.
The Order of the Ascendant is dedicated to the ascension of humanity. Our ultimate goal may not be reached in our lifetime. If I can help others in need today, I shall do so to the utmost extent of my abilities and resources.
Copy that.
Appreciate you respecting my time. Unless you have authorization, I haven't any time for...
Alright, what do you have? Don't tell me you have something really cool, because I'm broke. She may have... Oh, a lightsaber. Leaded helmet. Doesn't look too bad. It's tempting, but no. Plasma silencer.
It's you.
It is me. Let me duck in here real quick because I need to spend some points. Alright, I'm pretty sure I'm going Crabble Rancher next, which is gonna be... Oh, I might need to go Charlatan. Many of your lies are more believable and more likely to be accepted as true. Additionally, the likelihood that enemies would target you is reduced. Yeah, we need to go Charlatan. Alright. Hang on. What's the additional perk? Learning from the serials of Commander Zane and Buddy, you better lead your crew. Companion abilities charge somewhat faster. Oh, interesting. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. All right. We got all sorts of mods here. Do we have anything cool for the sniper rifle? Shock barrel, silencer. I already have a silencer, so I'm good there. I don't need a shock barrel. Oh, we got more stuff. Micro reflex sight. Hologram sight. 1.5 reduces recoil. Yes, because I bought I need 450 bits for that. I'm not gonna be able to afford it right now, but that's definitely something to shoot for. I'm never gonna wear the Moon Man helmet, right? Always makes me cringe when I sell pre-order stuff, but I'm like, I don't really need it. I don't really need it. And I want that mod. Micro Reflex Sight. Okay, we're good. It's got a silencer and a nice scope on it now. Alright, we're good to go. Alright, the doc wanted to say something. What's up, Heinrich?
Oh, thank the architect you're finally here. I've scarcely breathed while hoping you'd come. I am in desperate need of your help.
Shh. Trade now, talk later. Oh, Jesus. Why do you want my help? You don't even know me.
True, but the Order's predictions know you better than you know yourself.
Talk now. I like that. Trade now, talk later. Right, I've heard it all before, but what does that have to do with me?
Recently, I had a rare opportunity to ask the Seer for guidance. He told me that a dashing outsider would answer my prayers. I feared the prediction was a fluke, but here you are. A dashing outsider standing before me.
Uh-huh.
Where to begin? There are so many sick and wounded in Matriarch's Mercy, and I have but 2 imperfect hands.
Okay.
I am but a humble general practitioner. What I really need are specialists, and the Seer predicted an outsider would find them.
Okay.
My thanks, stranger. Probability is on our side. The Seer gave me a datapad with explicit instructions that I not read it, for my intervention could only throw probability into disarray. Now, take the datapad, with my thanks.
Got another thing.
As a doctor, I'm appalled. We don't have enough beds or private quarters to separate people, so sickness is blazing an unhappy trail through the refugees. Of course, the Order keeps us well supplied with meds, but things will get worse as long as we're overcrowded. Yes, I can treat sickness as it arises. It would be leagues better to prevent it entirely. That means space to spread out.
Anything I can do to assist with that?
Since you asked, you can run this medicine to Horst Lambing. Just don't shake the man's hand. He has a habit of coughing into his palm when he covers it at all.
Alright.
Since you aren't a refugee, I hope you understand that I cannot offer my goods free of charge, but my prices are fair.
Fair enough. I will take the crafting recipe for sure. I can take that back to the refugee dude really quick. He was over here.
The Protectorate have only been told. How long are we meant to stay here?
I think I'm gonna vomit. No, wait, it went back down. I'll try not to sneeze on you, but no promises.
Good news, Doc Hollis gave me something.
Law, finally. Real relief for my fake symptoms. Let's see it then.
What's it worth to you?
Well, ain't this healthcare in a nutshell? If it's bits you want, you can partake of what I scrounged together on account of folks taking pity on me. You have my gratitude, stranger.
Ain't this healthcare for you? Holy fuck. Oh my god. I gotta write that down. Oh my goodness. Man, that was awesome.
Never seen this many folks crammed together since recall vibrations light up a cluster. Where did you go? Smells about the same too.
Welcome back. Any luck enlisting help?
Alright. So turning into that guy was enough. Provisioner.
You may recall,
Oh
as
yeah,
I stated
yeah.
earlier, my
I already
attempt.
talked to you. There was something going on out here. Hang on.
By calculating the position of every atom in the universe, we can predict the future, control reality, and ascend to a state of virtual godhood. Apologies, outsider. As a vicar, I am usually tasked with guiding non-order lay people, such as yourself. Lately, the abbot has tasked me with the education of the refugees in our care. You are, of course, free to stay to be enlightened by my lecture, but I don't need an abacus to predict your path lies elsewhere.
I was curious about the refugees.
Well, if it's in the displaced's best interests, I imagine I can find a moment.
You seem fairly in the know. What's the situation in the settlement?
Yes, I reckon I do have my ear to the grimy dirt floor of Matriarch's Mercy. I hear what common lay people are saying, and the wide array of bodily noises they make. Suppose I, more than any other member of the Order here, connect with non-scienticians. I've begun daily lectures, including practical advice on efficiently planning their days. I frequently launch into extended orations on everyone's favorite topic, math, and meticulously expatiate on our sex origins in the most rigorously pedantic detail.
So that's how you've been helping the displaced, talking at them?
As I'm sure you've read in recent dissertations doing the rounds, education has proven to have a 13.7% increase in overall quality of life. I am single-handedly making a difference here, with constructive pointers on efficient scheduling, lessons on order history, plus some mathematics for a little added razzle-dazzle.
Okay. I think we have different ideas of what constitutes as practical advice.
Perhaps some other time we can debate the theoretical complexities involved. But I fear I must get back to my duties. These laypersons won't enlighten themselves. Every scientician yearns.
So that's the only thing I'm allowed to talk to her about. Alright.
One day, it will process all information.
He's on the other side. We got a bounty for large pile of debris, which I can't do anything with. Who are you, Violet Muncie?
Watch yourself if you intend to nose around that collapsed ramshackle. I swear, refugee settlements aren't what they used to be.
What's up, NPK? Over on Twitch. Trenson asks, what world are you up to? This is the second world, well, third, depending if you go to the market first. I went to the market first, which I'm glad I did. Spoiler alert, but no spoiler alert. There's a companion on the Yeah, second planet. But there's a companion on that station, so make sure you go to the station before you go to the planet. But I'm on the second planet now. There was a bunch of running around I did yesterday during yesterday afternoon's stream, but now I'm actually like questing on the second planet now. And I'm completely broke because I just bought some badass armor and mods for my sniper rifle, but it is what it is. Alright, so that used to be more than debris.
Yes, technically a hut is meant to be only one story. Because when you stack them, they tend to fall over. Happens a lot. People here need more room to breathe. Can't build in the walkways, can't set up in the exclusion zone. So they build up. Best they can, at least. Don't have proper building material or nothing. They just make do. After a while, the stacked up little huts they jury-rigged come tumbling down.
Nice. Oh, you're ahead of me then, for sure. Bunch of displaced have been hurt doing this?
Oh, you put that together, did you? Here, I thought I was being subtle. Yeah, people keep at it. What else choice they have? Order won't listen. Maybe if we interspersed our requests with numbers, they'd pay attention. Seems like all they care about sometimes.
Well, they're doing the best with what they have on hand.
They're doing something, which is better than nothing, but not by much.
Okay. Not gonna steal anything at the moment. Why would I want to go up here? Is there something I could see or get to from up here? Uh-huh. Okay.
Welcome. Have you come to rest?
All right.
You're right. The universe does not orient itself toward fairness. But it's my firm belief humanity can do better.
All evidence to the contrary.
Ah, you must be the, Earth Directorate agent I was told to expect. Your punctuality is commendable. Allow me to welcome you to Golden Ridge. I'm afraid I've no refreshments available, but can I interest you in a customary debate over decidability?
So this is going to be the point where I'm going to stop for a second, and we're going to address the comment that came up earlier, because we're going to totally spin this out as a YouTube video. So I have seen some ridiculous claims by idiots on the internet that this game uses AI voice acting. So first and foremost, if you can't know the difference between AI voice acting and real voice acting, you've got some marbles missing. But we're going to go through this and you can hear the voice acting. We're also going to say, go look at the frickin' IMDb page for the game. It's not rocket science. But let's just see what some people are claiming, aka trolls are claiming, is AI voice acting. So this guy is welcoming to Golden Ridge. He's got a very sort of arrogant tone of voice, but also thanking me for my punctuality, because they believe that they are superior through math. They also have people in their congregation who are very drony because they believe in the math so much that they have no emotions. But this is fun right here. So he's welcoming me. He's very high on his horse. Start using smaller words, or I'm going to start using bullets. Decidability. What in the void are you talking about?
Logic, primarily. The study of correct reasoning, sequence, consequence relation. Ah, but I see by the glaze in your eyes that's of no interest to you, so let's move on, shall we? The presiding bishop sent word of your imminent arrival. However, pursuant to our normal standards of compartmentalization, she was scant on the details of your mission. That said, I've been instructed to assist you however I can. So, tell me, what brings you to Golden Ridge?
Also, past voice acting with Obsidian. I need to speak with Victor Clemens. Supposedly he's a member of your order?
Victor? Oh, yes, Archivist Clemens. Quite the mind. Such encyclopedic knowledge of engineering. One could almost mistake
Exactly,
him for an exemplar.
Transcend. It's just idiots.
Is
But
he
I'm going
in
to
some
farm
kind of
that
trouble?
outrage for a video on YouTube. Like yesterday's video on loading screens. That was awesome. I'm laughing so hard. I have proof that Victor's conspiring with a group of dangerous zealots with ties to the order.
Victor Clemens, some kind of radical. What an absurd notion.
I must agree with my seer. I once watched Victor shed copious tears over a damaged datapad. It's difficult to imagine him capable of worse.
That's right, JK. If this is AI voice acting, then they've made a major leap forward in how good voice acting is through AI. Well, a friend of the trader I'm after said she and Victor had secret contacts within the order.
And that may well be true. But our standard of proof within the order is not normally met by hearsay alone. Victor's currently supervising highly experimental research at one of our labs to the northwest, the Enray Range, beyond the invaders' front lines. Unfortunately, you'll need to go through the decommissioned autonomous extractorium to reach it. That path is less than safe, so I advise caution.
Can you be more specific? Actually, I'm going to ask him about what is Victor working on.
What business is it of yours?
Let's not be unfriendly. The agent's only curious. Obviously, Victor's work has something to do with N-rays, but beyond that, I haven't a clue. More of that pesky compartmentalization, I'm afraid.
Pesky
Besides the
compartmentalization.
highly caustic Serenium River and the Mantisaurs, We've also received reports of mad cultists in the area. It does make me wonder why Victor decided to stay.
In any case, yeah, the funniest part about that was what JK just said. If this is voice acting, then AI has come a long way if this is AI voice acting. These are real people. They have IMDb pages. The Outer Worlds 2 has an IMDb page. Stop being an idiot and go actually play the game. Have fun with the game and know your facts before you come in here spitting off stuff like this is AI voice acting, because you're gonna get slapped down. We're gonna toss you out. We're gonna throw you to the curb, and then we're gonna make a YouTube video making fun of you, which is gonna make lots of money at your expense. So don't be an idiot. That's the lesson of the morning, kids. I know it's hard. Lessons, education is difficult. I know it's hard, but trust me. When you finally get an education, you can get out of your mom's basement and you can live a real life and be a real boy. Yeah. Information on the game's launch can be found on all the social medias and website for the Outer Worlds 2. Is that all? A laugh in the face of danger. How about, sounds like more like Victor's working with the trader I'm hunting.
Victor is dedicated. Single-minded, one could say. I've always thought highly of his analytical skills as a researcher. Less so his social ones, perhaps. Loath as I am to admit it, there may be some merit to your worries over a conspiracy within the Order, whether Victor is involved or not. As my predecessor would remind me, denying unpleasant facts is not good science. I would be remiss if I failed to support an investigation.
Glad we're on the same page. Now, how can I return the favor and help you?
No doubt you heard of the recent attack launched on that Auntie's Choice base, Outpost Opportunity. It came from one of our facilities, the Zeranium Manufactory. But that facility is intended for research, not military action. I hate thinking an Order member responsible, but given the precision of the attack, it does suggest traitors in our midst. It would undoubtedly benefit both of us to root them out.
Respectfully, Scholar, given current tensions, should we really be trusting such a delicate task to this stranger? Would an internal review of our ranks not be more appropriate?
Current tensions? Here, I thought we were getting along so well. You know what? I'm an agent with the Earth Directorate. What more do you need to know?
Earth Directorate agent is just a title. I'd seek to know who you are beyond that bit of headline.
I stare solemnly into the distance. I ask myself that question every day. Dude, the writing in this game is hilarious. I'm like becoming this like aloof, like, I ask myself the same question every day, sir. You know what? Someone whose patience you should test.
I don't dispute the need for discretion, my friend. But the presiding bishop made the determination to send the agent to us. It's best we trust her calculations. Moreover, our situation is growing increasingly dire. I can't overstate my fears concerning this most recent attack ending the ceasefire and reigniting the war in Golden Ridge. One more thing. Your investigation into the traitors takes precedence. But if you could also render aid at Outpost Opportunity on our behalf, such a gesture might preserve the peace.
Thanks for the leads. I'll look into it.
I knew I could rely upon you. Ruth wouldn't have sent you otherwise. Here, take this writ of investigative inquiry. It'll grant you access to the manufactory. Seer Wiley and I will conduct our own inquest into these traitors you've mentioned erstwhile. We can compare notes once you've returned with your findings.
All right. Got some new quests. Okay, doctors inside borders. Who do we need to read? Do I need to actually read that? To read the seer's prediction. How do I get to that? Quest items. Order missive? Seer's prediction. Here it is. Though you may be a stranger to these lands, you shall help us by locating medical specialists. Good morning. Essential to the health and well-being of Matriarch's Mercy. Be they formally trained or unconventional in approach, rest assured that they will be welcomed with open arms. A taxidermist found in Matriarch's Mercy. An automechanical located in the Guardian Estates. And a plumber in the trenches of combat. Thank you for your assistance. Looking for your phone? Good morning. All the cats are inside. Blanca is outside. But open in the catio. Paid actress is up and out of bed. About 5:30 in the morning. She's up early on a Sunday.
You have an abundance of valid options for your next mission destination, Commander. N-Ray Range, Zeranium Manufactory, or Outpost Opportunity.
I like how she lists off the name of the quests in my quest journal to remind me of what I have available to work on. Alright, doctors. There's a plumber somewhere. No, excuse me. There is a taxidermist somewhere in the base.
The meaning of life is numeric, and we are the keepers of the equation.
My soup is nutritionally calculated to sustain all bodily functions, but it could use...
You're an archivist.
If we found... And then we solve for the... apologies. Just catching up on a research assignment between queries. Yes? Did you need something?
Usually perform advanced calculations in the middle of a busy settlement?
Typically, no. And it has been somewhat challenging focusing my concentration. The abbot felt a scientician operating in a conspicuous spot in the thoroughfare might be useful. An illustrative way for our guests to see how we operate.
Demonstrating through works.
To show how the crabble patties are made, as it were. That is, if the meat preparation involved a 90-step rate formula and a conflux of polynomial equations.
Sure. So they're just mathing out here in public so passerbys can watch you math. Do you think that's what the displaced refugees need most right now?
I am also on hand to answer queries by providing data supporting our actions. Though perhaps due to my central location, 89.74% of the time, I am simply asked for directions.
Bet the other 26% of the time they're asking if they can use the space.
I am sure they bear any inconveniences with grace and dignity. I mean, the statistical jump correlated to residents within Matriarch's Mercy has some pretty compelling numbers. According to data, life inside shows a notable uptick in key relevant quality of life factors. Longevity, access to medicine, potable water. Life outside sees increased risk of starvation, inclement weather, and hostile xenofauna. Yes, indeed. Numbers are really against you out there.
Most people need more than medicine and water to be happy.
We have diverted internal resources to better meet demand in key areas. And I'm pleased to say that's led to a statistically significant 2.7% increase in refugee satisfaction.
So I originally thought that I might like the order. I'm not liking the order. Like, the math is... It's good to believe in math, but this is like fanatical religious addiction to the math, which is not good.
Then back to it I shall get. If you have queries, I have figures.
How do you think about the displaced feel about living here?
They must be exceptionally pleased with the statistical jump correlated to residents within Matriarch's Mercy. Numbers here are pretty compelling. According to data, Life
we've already
life
heard that.
outside sees increased
Why not
risk
let them
of
move into the
starvation.
exclusion zone?
Surely you've heard our reasoning. I'd note by leaving the area fallow, we've lowered settlement productivity by 3.57%. We lower that more still to care. We have diverted internal resources to better meet demand. Then back to
I think I
it,
clicked the
shall
wrong
get.
option. Let's try one more
If you
time.
have queries, I have figured. Given a court, life outside sees increased. Surely we have diverted internal resource.
All right,
Then
that's
back-
it. That's all he has to say. Okay.
Thus, if we compare the rates of dust
You're the taxidermist, I bet.
How do you do, stranger? Always nice to see a friendly face around Matriarch's Mercy. Though it's a pity I can't lend more aid to our downtrodden collective. I'm just a humble taxidermist.
You're a taxidermist. How much do you know about suturing wounds or reattaching limbs?
You are talking to the first prize winner at the Stuffed Ursapod Club, 2 years consecutive. But something tells me you didn't come to talk shop. What's this about, Agent? Am I in trouble?
Just the opposite. I'm recruiting you to assist the Doctor of Matriarch's Mercy.
What? Me? No. Listen, friend. A little skill with needle and thread does not make me a qualified medical professional.
Surgery, taxidermy, same thing. We don't have the luxury of high standards.
Clearly you don't suffer from imposter syndrome. Have it your way then. I know when I'm being voluntold. But you better make it worth my while. Before I agree to anything, I need sprat corpses. Several. And no victims of violence, please. My art depends on the quality of the sleeve.
Stop calling them sleeves and we've got a deal.
The term is industry standard. And a taxidermist without standards is never a pretty sight. I used to source all of my sprats from a local trapper, Frankie Billings. No idea if she's still in business. Word has it she's out north in Auntie's Choice territory, so watch yourself.
Come back when I get my hands on some fresh vermin.
Fresh being the operative word. My thanks, stranger.
Okay. Side quest. Okay,
I remember this place before the war. Functioning Tramakinas. Peaceful silence of the canyons.
Do you believe Arcadia shall ever...
I honestly think I probably have everything I need to go back and talk to the doc. What about this guy, though?
Keep your behavior back.
Yeah.
Poster is looking pretty good right about
Not the doc, but the...
Don't tell me you're one of those drones.
Hang on, let's go talk to her down here, too. She might have something to say.
Go on, get out of here. Scram.
No, she's the one who's like, get out of here, you tourist.
My noggin sure is sore.
Alright.
Stranger,
How are things around camp?
vexing. We're at the mercy of the Order, and the Order, not to insult our gracious host.
Alright, so it's the same thing that she had before. We need to possibly go back in here. I don't know if we can find a resolution yet.
Scienticians around the settlement inform me you've made some inquiries. Good, good. Continue poking around further, though. You must earn both sides' trust, you know.
Oh, so that's not enough to continue the quest. Any advice on where to poke around or who to poke?
Have you spoken to all representatives of the Order? All of the displaced? The Doctor? The questionable types from Sub Rosa? Investigated the containers? If not, do. Well then, if you need me in the meantime, I'll be here, up to my ocular organs and requests.
So apparently I still need to talk to some people, and I have not checked containers.
Have you beheld that new rifle up at the monastery? The Oracle? The one Wiley
Speak to
designed,
Abbot
right?
Newell
Uses
if
a
you...
track-
No updates on my side of things. Anything I can do to assist you?
I have some questions about the situation.
Oh, of course. What would you like to discuss?
To improve the situation. Yes. What's going on with these exclusion zones?
Merely a precaution against calamity. Based off certain predictions, I agree with Seer Wiley that it is best to avoid those areas for now.
Certain predictions? It sounds pretty vague to me.
Yes, the plan can seem quite mysterious at times, But that is why we have seers like Wiley, to help us decipher its many patterns and figures.
So, why accept so many people when you can't provide for them?
But we are providing for them. As best we can, given our limited resources. Turning them away would be an act of far greater cruelty.
Maybe, but the people here are clearly suffering. What are you doing to help?
Apart from providing them sustenance, shelter, and scientific ministry, you mean?
Yeah, the ministry part probably doesn't. Yeah. I thought the Order was about elevating humanity. Nothing about this seems elevated.
Need I remind you, Arcadia is at war. This is what war looks like, I'm afraid. The Order is operating within a very reasonable framework to provide
we've had a couple
as
already,
much
Hector.
aid as it can.
You have a whole monastery right up there. Why not take advantage of the space?
Alexandra Monastery is a place of sacred study, advancing our understanding of the plan. We cannot jeopardize that vital work all for the comfort of a few.
Yeah, see,
I haven't the
these
wish
guys
to
are full
debate
of
you on
shit.
this any further. Please, let us move on to less controversial topics.
Yeah, these guys are full of shit. I do need to talk to the Sub Rosa people really quick. See if they have anything else. She said search containers. I haven't seen any containers to search.
Can't say I'm fond of these lodgings. Close quarters.
Just be grateful for what you got. Do you believe Arcadia shall ever return to how it was?
I wish. Between the invaders and the Order defecting, there's no place right now.
I don't see any containers yet. Thank you very much.
You haven't seen my landmine supplier, have you? I hope he hasn't blown it. Kill me! And him if he doesn't show soon. What fine contraband might I supply you with this day?
And he worked. I mean, hang on, let me ask her one more question.
Sub Rosa thanks you for your What fine contraband might I supply? Savvier than you look. Might be that I've got an agent over by the Guardian Estates that I haven't heard from in a spell. If you perhaps find yourself over that way, and perhaps make sure that the aforementioned agent hasn't been torn limb from limb, Sub Rosa would be most grateful.
I could do that. Side quests. Oh, you want to see loading screens? Oh, I could give you loading screens. That's really easy to show because it has just as many loading screens as Starfield and many other games. So, of course, we have the fast travel loading screens. Anytime you click fast travel, you're going to have a loading screen like this. We're not done. Just wait. Hold up a second. We're going back to the ship to show you something very important. Here's a loading screen. That was a loading screen. To load onto the ship, that's a loading screen. We're not done. Just wait. We're not done. We have an idiot in chat, so we're gonna prove the point that we made in the video last night because we have an idiot in chat. And I love farming this content out for free engagement because it makes me money. So that was a loading screen. We have another loading screen here when I fast travel to another destination. This is a loading screen that has a cutscene attached. Just like the landing and takeoff animations in Starfield, we have a landing and takeoff animation in this game. Now I'm going to go downstairs, and to get off the ship, there's another loading screen. I got to pick my companions. We're going to go off the ship. There's another loading screen. Hang on, we're not done. Now we're going to go back on the ship. Uh-oh. Another loading screen. I need to go back to that area I was just questing in because I have quests to do. So now I got to go back up to my Navigation center. Now that we're inside the ship, I need to click the navigator station. We're going to get another loading screen here. We're going to go back to Dorado. Loading screen. Also an animation for takeoff and landing. Just like Starfield. 100% just like Starfield. Hang on, we're not done. One of my companions wants to talk to me back there, but we're ignoring it for now. Another loading screen, because we got to load out into the zone. I want Niles and Valerie. Another loading screen. Hang on, we're loading into the zone. Okay, and now I need to fast travel back to the location where I was doing quests. So, got to go back to, where was I? Over here. Another loading screen right there. No, they're not much faster. I literally just played Starfield 2 days ago. The loading screens are exactly the same. We're playing an Xbox Series X, a modern. Stop moving the goalposts. Don't be a dumbass. You sound retarded. Like, not in a good way. Like, you're sounding like an absolutely idiot person. You have mental challenges if you think that these loading screens are more or less or faster than. This is the same fucking thing as Starfield, and no one is making a peep. So take your bullshit and go back to Reddit. It's the same goddamn thing, and no one has said a word. It's a fake outrage. It takes longer in Starfield. No, it doesn't. If you have a piece of shit machine, then yeah, it's going to take longer because your hard drive is shit. But if you have a modern machine, like I do, the loading screens are a couple of seconds at most in all games. All games. Can we please just do a loading screen stream? We could one day just to prove a point.
The duties of an administrator never end. Good. Check in with me once you've made significant progress. As a probability, there is an art to
I use the
mediation,
English language
and it requires
to the
a
fullest
well-rounded
extent, and
perspective.
context is key. There are no strikes for things like that. So, tell you what, you know who's going to get a strike, Burva? Bye-bye. You're no longer welcome here. Take your stupidity elsewhere. You have now been banned from the channel. But thanks for the free content, because we're going to be spitting this out into a piece of content for YouTube, which I will make a bunch of money with. We'll also put out a short on TikTok and Instagram, and I will make fun of you in public and make money off of you. So thank you for the free content, free engagement. Your troll tears fuel my retirement.
Besides what I've already told you, to put it gently, disorganized, but with effort, patience, and collaboration.
So I still can't convince her of anything yet, so... I'm wondering if I have to completely finish all the recruitment quests and everything. Oh, I have perk points available for my NPCs. No, I would much prefer the scrap metal because that's for ammo. Valerie, my dear. Grants your mag picks a chance to be preserved on use, letting you use them again, or additional crafting resources from breaking down items with Valerie and the party. I would rather have more crafting resources.
What caused the schism between the Protectorate and the Order? The Consul tried to kill presiding Bishop Ruth Bassard, but we saw that coming.
All right. Gregor will only help you once he acquires some high-quality sprat corpses from Trapper Frankie Billings, who I think he said was far north. Well, I have talked to everybody here.
My noggin sure is sore. Ow.
Relax. You're among friends.
Because the quest literally just says, talk to the people of Matriarch Trust, and that's where we're at.
Don't make me call Mapother and Mudge over. I don't like no fighting for free.
Excuse me. So far, none of these people have wanted to talk to me about
Don't do anything foolish.
the situation. So I'm wondering who I'm missing.
Please keep your behavior within acceptable parameters.
She mentioned something about searching containers, but I have not found any containers that have anything in them. Who am I potentially missing in terms of conversations?
Can't say I'm fond of these logic. Look, I'm not with Auntie anymore.
Wait. Don't tell me you're one of those drones from Auntie's.
Sorry. I'll try not to sneeze on you.
Do you believe Arcadia shall ever return to
I sure as shit don't see any containers to loot.
Invaders, order defecting. There's no putting this rat back.
Oh, what about these two guys?
Sorry. Got some kind of tickle in my chest. Sorry. Got a bad feel about this line, hon. Got a bad feel about this line, hon. Don't like being so exposed. Hell of a thing coming all this way just to catch a bullet on the camp's doorstep.
You worry too much, my lord. Even the Protectorate isn't much in the business of murdering refugees. And there aren't many Protectorate nearby. I'm sure the Order will aid.
Yes, Sherrod, hypocrisy is alive and well on the
That's all
internet.
true. Camp's still gonna need a place for us to go.
Alright, so that's just scripted dialogue right there from those guys.
Kind of tickle in my chest.
You're all right,
Do you believe Arcadia shall ever return to how it was?
I wish. Between the invaders,
Do you believe Arcadia shall ever return to how it was?
wish.
Any luck with the sprat hunt?
No. I may have to help him before he'll be willing to continue talking to me.
If you have queries, I have figure. Ah, distraction, and I. Then back to it.
Okay, Chit. Back to it then.
Bread, crackers, mathematically unnecessary.
Yeah, I am not sure who else I'm supposed to talk to here.
Paradigm is a self-centered derivative take on the grand
Yeah, I can't do anything with the debris.
Go on. You take care now. You hear?
Oh. Did we find something down here? No, that's just like a sneaky way in. Wait for your turn at the Johns. Oh, hang on. I did miss some people. How did not know you guys were up here.
Oh, a visitor. Without notice.
Hello.
Hey,
You weren't
this is just
mentioned
like
in my latest
Bethesda jank.
personalized order projection.
NPC,
I mean,
between
prediction?
NPCs.
Granted, I mostly
In
skim
the way of
parts
my
what don't cover
conversation.
probabilistic dangers, so perhaps you were alluded to in some, roundabout fashion. Suppose that means you're not a threat. So that's good, right? Yeah, I reckon that's good.
You're fond of these personalized order predictions, are you?
I'll say, I try not to make any big plans until I consult my latest POP. First time I got a POP, it was on a lark. It said, Rolo Nast, our seer has predicted you must wear a helmet today. I borrowed one. As a laugh, everybody ribbed me about it. Just after lunch, wind picked up on the cliff above and dropped a mock apple 152 meters straight down onto my head. Fortunately, I still had that brain case on.
Couldn't just be a coincidence, could it?
Sure, but I've had 9 POPs so far, and at least 3 times something similar happened. Avoided drowning in a culvert, sidestepped my mantisaur allergy. Forget the other. Things like that just illustrate the fragile nature of human existence, especially here in Golden Ridge. My co-occupant Ike had a POP done and told him avoid liquids for 48 hours. He ignored it. Later got drunk, passed out, drowned face first in a puddle of water.
So it sounds like some of these predictions have helped, but I wouldn't call them that accurate if only 3 of 10.
I mean, if you want an exact estimate or percentage, talk to them. As for me, I just got that, what do you call it? Anecdotal feedback. A few times, I couldn't make heads or tail of half of it. Like, avoid anything representing whole numbers? I didn't know what to do about that. So I just stayed put. End of the day, I'm still here, and my co-occupant Ike isn't. So, I guess them prognostications work well enough.
Okay, so you say the predictions have helped you. Yeah, the forecasts seem impractically vague to me, I guess.
You did catch the part I said they'd save my life, right? I think alive is a notable improvement on dead. That's something you can take to the bank, you know? Figuratively speaking. I don't know why the other displaced have been so slow to take to them. But I'm not complaining too loud. Waited for my latest POPs long enough already.
Oh. Sherrard. I would hug you if you were close to me in real life. That comment right there is so true. If you took this game exactly the way it is right now, strip out Obsidian's name, and put a Bethesda title on it, it would not be being praised as the next Fallout New Vegas. It would be being shit on by all the people right now who are calling this, oh, this is the next Fallout New Vegas. This is so, like, our favorite guy who always puts the title in his thumbnail, this is insane. And the guy who lights a candle for Todd Howard, those guys are praising this as being this amazing, it's the next Fallout New Vegas. Obsidian is an amazing company. But if you took Obsidian's name off of this and put Bethesda's name on it, it would get trashed by those people. It's redonkulous. 100%. Change the name of the company behind it and it would be slop garbage. Of course, you still have people that are upset about this game for other stupid reasons. Like, I can't count the number of people now who have accused the game of having AI voice acting. I think that's just a bot campaign.
I predict with an 8.2 margin of error.
There's the typical people who claim this is a woke garbage game because it has body sliders. It says body type 1, body type 2 instead of male or female. So there's the people who claim it's a woke game. Also, the same people who claimed that Avowed was woke because it had type 1, type 2. Another Obsidian game. Yeah, it's the normal crowd saying what they're going to say. Stupid stuff. And those of us with half a brain cell see the stupidity of what they're talking about. So it's just... it is what it is.
Welcome back. Any luck enlisting help? I can tend to your injuries, provided you have the bits to compensate. Not to worry. I'm no seer, but I predict you'll be feeling better in no time.
AI bots are being made to claim this is... oh, 100% AI bots are being used to claim that this game has AI voice acting. 100%. The funniest thing to me... literally the funniest thing to me is the loading screen thing. Like, not a peep. And it has just as many loading screens as Starfield. Not a peep. Alright, I've talked to everybody. I'm ready to mediate on the exclusion zone. That's good. We need to save before we do this, though. Like we had that troll in chat just a few minutes ago. I had to turn it up. You know, you gotta take those trolls for a ride. It makes for good clips that you can farm out on social media. I love the amount of people who are like, when they watch one of my clips, they're like, Renfail's, you're just crashing out. And it's like, no, man. I think a lot of people haven't done any stage performing or any theater work in their life. You have to provide an exaggerated version of events when you're on stage, because that's how everybody in the back can hear what's going on. Cashing out is completely different than dramatizing, dramaticizing, giving it dramatic flair. He's cashing out, he's crashing out. No, man. I'm farming your outrage for clicks and views. Oh, you just bought me a second property. Pretty soon you're going to buy me a third.
I hope you bring me good tidings. Exemplary. Our scienticians reported they were most impressed with the thoroughness of your inquiry. The displaced must deeply appreciate your careful consideration. And me, by proxy as well, as your ardent and industrious facilitator. Go speak with the voice of the displaced. I will meet you there shortly, and finally, we can bring this to a close.
Yep, exactly that, Dribrom.
Oh, Administrant Agarwal. Here to finally hash this out, are you? Thought this day would never come.
Yes, well, our esteemed outsider here has agreed to thoroughly appraise our situation, in the hope that we may finally close the book on the exclusion zone once and for all.
They say you asked around. Listen to folks. That's a good start, at least.
I'm ready to begin if you are.
Speaking as a representative of the Order, we will abide by the Mediator's decision if you do the same.
Agreed.
Mediator, I leave the fate of the exclusion zone in your capable hands.
I'd like to discuss what I found out about the Order's side.
Speak on then.
Did he also happen to mention they were needlessly oblique and vague?
He said they weren't always accurate, but he was too scared to ignore them.
But our predictions are given to inform and protect, not to frighten. Forgive me. I do not mean to disrupt.
I spoke to Victor about her support for the displaced.
You mean that missionary type who's always talking at everybody instead of to them?
She values education, but I find her methods questionable. Yeah, she's out of touch with people's needs. Then again, so is the Order.
A bit rude, don't you think? But since this mediation was foretold, I will not dispute your findings.
Yes, but you keep interrupting. This person has never been to arbitration before.
You actually got the provisioner to give you the time of day. Huh.
Ah, yes. I sometimes forget Provisioner Plotnik is also assigned to minding the displaced's needs. Her role is largely proactive, while mine is reactive.
Okay. She keeps Matriarch's Mercy well supplied, except for critical space and building supplies.
If the provisioner is booked up, I say redeploy another egghead at the matter.
It's less of an issue of personnel as it is of safety. Contrary to your assumptions, we do care about your collective and individual well-being.
Let's talk about the displaced in their perspective.
I'm all ears, Mediator.
You've heard about his business with the Sub Rosa altercations?
The what now?
When grievances between the displaced approach fisticuffs, we hire Sub Rosa hooligans to duke things out for us.
That is unquantifiably absurd. And I don't see how moving into the exclusion zone will help.
Overcrowding leads to frustration. Minor issues get amplified in unproductive ways.
Unproductive is one thing. Paid Donnybrooks with surrogate fighters is... well, I'm at a loss for an applicative metaphor to describe it.
Respect to the camp doctor.
I understand he is rather short-handed.
Yeah. Someone should get right on that, huh? Anyhow, what was the good doctor's diagnosis?
Well, you have people living on top of each other, which is a public health disaster.
We have ample room to space people out more, but only if we utilize the exclusion zone.
That is indeed unfortunate, but the dangers predicted for the exclusion zone may outweigh these concerns.
May outweigh these concerns. I found evidence of a collapsed structure.
Collapsed. But we built Matriarch's Mercy to optimize comfort and safety.
I'm guessing you're saying this wasn't an official structure. More of a hastily assembled, precariously built shanty.
Yes. Refugees shouldn't have to build in these conditions. The huts come crashing down.
People are struggling to make do with what they have. If we had the exclusion zone, this wouldn't be a problem.
I'm aghast these structures weren't built following established order construction guidelines. By my calculations, you've explored this topic from every conceivable angle. Admirable work, Mediator. I suspect that your sympathies lie with the displaced. Unfortunate if true, but I leave the decision in your capable hands.
Yeah. I rule for the displaced. Their needs outweigh the danger. Exclusion zone is theirs.
Well, if this is the fate that was augured, then I will not complain. Though it goes against my very nature. Please, be safe. That's all I ask.
Not to worry, Administrant. The exclusion zone is our problem now. Here. You stay out of trouble. We'll try and do the same.
I got a gun. A pointless gun. All right, that quest is done.
Where do we go now? Another refugee camp?
All right.
Another colony?
Now I think we can go north and try to find the trapper.
Look, I'm not with Auntie anymore.
Do you believe Arcadia shall ever return to Howard?
Got a bad feel about this line, huh?
Okay. Nope, we're gonna do that's gonna be absolute last. Recruit the plumber. Recruit the doctor. Talk to friend. Oh my goodness, we gotta go way up there anyway. Holy moly, we have a bunch of quests. Okay, let's start here and just go north. I'm gonna grab some more
Don't
coffee.
being so exposed. Hell of a thing coming all this way just to catch a bullet on the camp's doorstep.
Worry too much, my dear. Even the Protectorate isn't much in the business of murdering refugees. And there aren't many Protectorate nearby. I'm sure the Order will aid us.
Maybe. Even if that's all true, camp's still gonna need a place for us to go.
more coffee. Yes, there is nothing more satisfying than using a troll's own words against them. It is extremely satisfying. Alright, we are going to go fast travel up to here. You guys had an earthquake? Oh. I don't miss earthquakes. Oh, no, I don't actually want that. It's probably way easier to travel overland from here. Everyone must do their part to protect us. Look at that view at night, man. Mildly terrifying at night. Oh, we can turn the radio station back on. We were listening to the Grand Plan earlier. Let's listen to Wireless Free Arcadia. Purple Berry Delight.
Stranger, the order bids you welcome, but also warnings.
I don't see anything else coming. Was it just the one?
Entertainment and the latest from the front lines. Sponsored by Auntie's Choice, improving lives through unfettered free trade and unbridled.
That didn't sound good. That sounded like a creature, not a missile.
When we here at Wireless Free Arcadia make on-air misstatements, we own up to it sometimes. Like right now in this batch of corrections.
Slow motion spider. Fuck me, nighttime is scary. Welcome to the arachnid territory. You are overprepared. Missing only a shot or two doesn't matter, you've already reloaded. If you've ever let a weapon run out of ammo, you'll deal less damage for a short time. Yeah, I don't want any flaws on this playthrough.
Next up, something reasonably peppy. Please consult your employee handbook to determine if dancing is presently allowed.
Oh, we got a body down here. Nothing. I hear it. I hear it. Okay, the plumber should be somewhere around here. Oh, we got NPCs. Good guys or bad guys? Grenadier. Okay, we got some trenches here. Let's steal that corpse from you, buddy. Thank you very much. Looking for a plumber. Doctor.
You're now entering an active combat zone. Take all necessary precautions.
I do not believe I've observed you in these trenches before. You are aware this is a war zone, correct?
That is what I call a stubborn clog in the old pipes.
You're the guy I'm looking for.
You're gonna have to hold it in, friend. Privy's out of order. Never fear. I'll get that clog moving soon enough. They don't call me the pipe doctor for nothing.
It's what they call me too, buddy. Alright. They need extra medical help in the Matrix Mercy. Pipe doctor is probably close enough. Is that what they call plumbers in Dorado? I can't believe I'm standing in the presence of the pipe doctor.
You mean you want the pipe doctor to practice real medicine? On real people? Why, this is the greatest day of my life. The human gut is the most compact and efficient sewer system ever. A plumber's dream. My dream. But don't get me wrong, it would be an honor. I'm just not sure that I'm ready for that kind of challenge.
I believe in you. The human body is the greatest toilet of all, and it still needs a plumber.
You really think so? Very well. Sometimes it takes a plumber to do a doctor's job. If Matriarch's Mercy cries out in need, then the pipe doctor will answer. See you there, friend.
Alright, that's one of them recruited.
To vodka in every color of the rainbow, and then some. Auntie works hard to make sure you have more variety than you could ever want or hope to want.
Your mom calls me the pipe doctor. That's right, Lou. That was a good one. That was a good one. I approve. Heartily. I heartily approve. Look, you gotta go lay some pipe with your mom. Oh. Oh my goodness, that was awesome. I'm not gonna be able to get up out that way. Okay, what I don't know is how we're getting over there. I think we have to go back to where we were before because we've been there before.
You're now entering an active combat zone. Take all necessary precautions.
Shit. Get up, big boy. Shake it off. Work your shifts, you can sleep later. Oh, Jesus, that thing jumped right on me. Holy shit. Oh my god. I'm gonna die. Those spiders are nasty, man. Holy moly, those spiders are a little deadly. The sniper rifle didn't do shit against those spiders, man. These things are just tough. Auto dot compression coil. Yeah, I'm getting that feeling, Transcend. The spiders are not that fun.
Inspiring content that will boost you to the top rung, plus all the news that's fit for listening. This is Wireless Free Arcadia.
Yeah, if things keep being this bullet spongy, I am going to turn down the difficulty. Not because it's challenging, but because I feel like it's... When a game has it to where the enhanced difficulty is just the enemies being spongy and needing lots and lots and lots of firepower to take down, that's when the combat gets uninteresting to me. Then again, to be fair, I have put my points into conversations and skills of that nature and lockpicking rather than combat. So I'm sure if I had combat related skills, the mobs would go down easier. So that's probably, you know, it's probably my fault for having spec'd in a way that makes me less effective in combat. Still, cool thing about having a game that you can customize is that you can choose where to focus your playstyle and adjust the stuff you don't like, thus the accessibility options.
Remember, dress for the job you have, Russ. And just to show there's no position too microscopic for Auntie's management, I'd like to highlight Assistant Waste Disposal Officer Potter Flanderbilt for a job not well done. The only airlocks fit for trash disposal are those far from my office. Nothing
Yeah, this is where we wanted to go.
Bags. Now you're the assistant to the assistant. And that's
I know, get good, noob. The combat traits help big time, yeah. Do you know what the max is yet, Transcend? Like, what's the max you can take a stat? 15, 20? Because I just hit 10 with lockpicking and speech. And I'm like, do I really need more speech at other points, you know? Should I maybe focus on guns and observation now? But I don't know what the max is yet, and I really do want to cap them out before I move on. Alright, we're repeating songs now, so let's try the Protectorate wireless. Heinrich says, this stream is so cozy I decided to watch it from my bath. Recruit the automechanical doctor. We're looking for an automechanical doctor.
This is Protectorate-sanctioned wireless. Social guidance and approved messaging, punctuated by acceptable
Copy
music.
that. You've seen up to 10. Got you
The
back.
most vigilant defense is a virile offense.
Say, isn't that the team motto of the Protectors of Piety?
Can't get a pitchball reference past you, Subaltern Prescott. We can learn from organized athletics. Our enemies are always gunning for our Saturday goal.
We're looking for an automechanical here.
I'm just a pipsqueak enthusiast, not a muscled atlas. A hydration specialist at best. Unfit for the field, but eager to rise from the side boundaries if called.
Then you are the perfect Protectorate subject, Prescott. What you lack in
I don't
strength,
see anybody
you make up
here.
for in zeal and a willingness to give all for your home team. Regardless of their system-assigned role, all subjects must be ready to rise to the occasion. Come to our defense to serve as goalie, tender, or, should all else fail, winger. Now you know all you need to know, so on we go. Next up,
Oh, I think that's him right over there.
invigorate your mind, so you can serve the greater good at a brisk pace, with a true adherence zeal.
Navigation systems online. Unable to locate the... Greetings. This unit is unable to fulfill its programming. Are you able to assist this unit in its assigned duties?
What seems to be the problem?
This unit is unable to execute its programming due to tampering. Navigational and other systems have been compromised. This unit is now being used as a target, which is not among its designated functions. This unit must return to Matriarch's Mercy to dispense medical care in order to fulfill its programming.
He must be one of the medical specialists, as Seer foretold.
This unit is not programmed to respond to order prognostication. It is not a medical specialist. It is a specialized tool of medicine.
I don't have hack or automech anatomist. I'll return if something comes to mind.
Farewell, potential qualified engineer. This unit is currently unavailable for meaningless interaction.
Oh, how am I going to convince him if I don't have the proper skills? Yeah, that one's going to be a mystery to me. I'm not sure.
Protectorate-sanctioned wireless. Social guidance and approved messaging, punctuated by acceptable music.
Remember, collective cognitive compliance is a key part of our perfect society. When we comply together, we...
Greetings once more. Potential searching for navigation data back to accurate statement detected. This unit is both helpless and aimless.
Hack
Assistance
or
requested.
automech anatomist. Is there no other way?
Farewell, potential qualified engineer.
That's optional. I think we're done with radios for now. So that's an optional quest. Okay, so all three of those were optional. Well, I can go back to the dock then. Although I would be remiss if I didn't try to find another. Let's head up here. I guess I only had to find one specialist, but I do want to get the hides if I can. That's way up. There. I'd like to find another fast travel out here before I go home to the base, back to this facility. So that way I have a way to get back out. Because right now I don't have any fast travels out here. Yeah, that's what I've seen too, Transcend. There's been a lot of like as an example, when I was on the space station there was like a puzzle on the wall with like a bunch of locks. And I was like, I don't know how to figure this out, so I went and Googled it just to figure. And they were like, oh no, you can't do that puzzle until you get this other device that you're only going to get on the Dorado. So there is quite a bit of you're not meant to do this until later on. Of course, a lot of that stuff you won't know until you get there and spend time banging your head against the wall before you go, oh wait, this isn't meant to be done right now. By the way, I'm not a fan of the scope I put on this gun. I don't know if there's a way to take it off. Because it's not as zoomed in as the other one, but it reduces recoil, so I was like, I'll take it.
Who's there? You're
Enthusiastically neutralizing undead. Emergency protocol syringe assigned.
Ooh, that hurt. Shit. Wrong time to do it. I just realized there's no like duck or dodge that I'm aware of, like to get quickly away from enemies. You have to like toggle into a sprint. These stupid angry order guys took our base. Their messages get stupider and stupider the more you read them. Alright, we gotta keep going. Oh, I need to ask Chris something really quick. All right. I think tomorrow we're gonna go pick up. I think she's not entirely sure if it's there yet, but I think tomorrow we're gonna be checking to see if our slow cooker and our air fryer arrived for us to go pick up.
You find any good scraps today? No. No, Adrena time.
Enemy approximating in our position.
Oh shit, they're behind us too. Ow! What the? They're way down there, aren't they? How are they chucking grenades that far? Holy shit. Like, seriously, how are they chucking? Yeah, I'm gonna have to replace this, get rid of the scope. I put this modded scope on here, but it just has shit for distance. Get out of here. Uh-oh, we've got more of them. I hear them. Tripwires? Oh, I thought they were grenades. Huh. By the way, that makes that trait even more useful now that I know that's what those were. I have a perk that I have seen in here. There is a perk in here that allows you to walk over trip mines and tripwires and have it not affect you. I saw it yesterday, and it totally makes sense now, knowing that. I don't know what it was called, though. Here it is. Light step. Walking over traps and mines never sets them off, but you have to have 10 sneak. So that's like a max level sneak ability, is to be able to not set off mines and traps. But that's a freaking awesome ability, knowing that's what they are now. I thought they were grenades. I thought, because all I'm seeing is like the red and hearing the flashing, and I thought someone was chucking a grenade at me, and that was the grenade getting ready to go off. I didn't realize it was trip mines. Cool. Well, that trait makes way more sense now. What were those guys running from? They're fighting something. I'm out of heavy ammo. By the way, I still haven't found a heavy ammo crafting recipe yet.
Came at us from the scrappers' side? You must be more than a mite brave, or foolish. They're dangerous. I don't envy their handlers. Be wary. Scrappers can attack at any time.
Tamed mantipillars.
You come to sit and listen too? Don't worry. We used to listen to the Aether Wave to help drown out the sounds of war. But now it mostly covers the eerie quiet. It's gotten to the point none of us can sleep without it.
Hang on, I missed a body. 2 bodies. I need the ammo. Alright, we still got a ways to go. There's landmine fields later on. Man, oh man, oh man.
Say there, friend. You came from the extractorium? You ain't one of those...
This might be a minefield right here that you were just talking about. Maybe, I don't know. There's definitely critters. I'm gonna have to make some ammo.
Being this close to DeVries, anyway. Need something? Sure. Oh.
Let's break down some goodies first. Oh, I need to sell junk more than I need to break down junk, though, man. We can break down the weapons. And gear. I might be taking that gunslinger helm. Hold that thought. Hold the phone, kids. Mine gives me 5% base health. After using companion's ability, gain 10% damage resistance for 30 seconds. Get an additional weapon. Oh man! So I would lose the additional weapon slot. Someone likes cowboy. What does it look like? It doesn't matter. I'm not using helmets at the moment. I'm holding on to that. It does have a mod slot. I'm gonna hold on to it for now, just in case. Oh, ammo. Forgot. I need to make ammo.
No offense to Val, but it's real nice having someone watching my back who ain't in constant need of recalibration.
Yeah, I saw a TikTok about that last night, Transcend.
Need something, Commander?
You can, try to be a jack of all trades.
Sure. Always
by
happy to tool
taking too
around
many
for a bit.
random traits.
What did you have in mind?
I need to make. God, I wish I could make. Nope, 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 nope. I wish I could make those long rounds, but I can't yet. I gotta find a recipe. Well, if I'm out of sniper rifles, bullets, did I keep a pistol? I did. All right, we'll try this bad boy out. Uh-oh. What just happened? I cleared a bounty? I didn't even know I had a bounty. They were corporate cleaners. They were looking for me?
Find the mine.
We're definitely in a minefield right now.
This unit has finished compiling the comprehensive report on the commander you requested, Agent Ibarra.
Oh, thanks. But I didn't request a report.
This request is over 3,470 days old and was initially issued prior to the mission on Horizon Point.
Oh, shit. Delete that. It's most likely to have outdated information anyway.
Acknowledged. Purging the commander's favorite colors, foods, and activities.
Yeah, I think for me, Transcend, like my first playthrough, I don't want to deal with flaws. I think flaws for me are more like, if it's my second playthrough and I just want to spice things up, like that's when I think the flaws come in, like second, third playthrough. First playthrough, I don't want to want to deal with it.
How are my three favorite mantisaurs doing?
Up and at 'em! Swear you take more naps than a raptidon. Kindly don't interrupt me. Training mantisaurs is enough of a headache without
All right, we're almost
answering a
there.
stranger's questions.
I bet we are going up top.
Reminder, undercover operatives may be in violation of their mission parameters when disclosing their identity to members of the local populace.
Time for lying low is over, Val. Can't afford to be coy when the world's in.
Elevating altitude thresholds.
Oh, he might not be up top here. He might be down below somewhere.
Please observe that this outpost remains relatively undamaged despite recent hostilities. Further investigation is warranted.
Well, I'd love to know if this is a fast travel waypoint. It is indeed. Thank you very much. That's all I needed for the moment. Looking for the trapper. This is a warning. Uranium ahead. Copy that. Avoid that for the moment. Still trying to find the trapper. I bet he's right around here. Probably just took the meat from the trap that's drawing in the critters. Thanks for the free meat, buddy. This is probably what we're looking for. Yep.
You lost, stranger?
Not particularly lost, no.
Hey now, that's mine.
Well, it doesn't have a stolen tag on it, so... It doesn't have a stolen tag on it, it's free for the taking.
Excuse me? Acting like I'm not even here.
Nope, you're not. Sorry, not sorry.
I don't see a lot of new faces in these parts. What are you? Order? Protectorate? Anti?
I'm a little bit of everything mixed together, and that's what makes me so special. I'm actually on a mission. One part investigation, one part vengeance.
Well, don't that beat all? An unaffiliated freelancer. You and I are a dying breed. Me, I'm a sprat trapper. Cute little things, but their tallow and hides fetch a high price. Used to be Protectorate, then worked for the Order, then Anti. Whoever's calling the shots on a given day. Now, I'm just waiting for the dust to settle so I can find out who I work for tomorrow.
Taxidermist back in Matriarch's Mercy is looking for some fresh sprat corpses.
Gregory? Well, I'm glad to hear he's still kicking. Loyal customer. Very particular about his sprats. These being hard times, I've had to raise my prices. Gal's gotta eat, and I don't care for sprat meat.
What do you take me for? I was promised quality goods, not inferior sprats.
Hey, these are premium sprats. But damn it, I can't have anyone spreading word that my sprats are inferior quality. That'd follow me forever. Go on, take them. Let's just keep this between us.
That was an 8 speech check, and I have 10, so... That was pretty near the max. Alright, now I can turn that quest in, I think. Visit the murals. You can take all the original pieces and assemble the complete work on your ship. Really? I changed the version of Guardian States who may be an aid. Found a compression coils. So we're really dropping onto Dorado. They must be important to someone. Alright. We're going to go back to the taxidermist. Right, max point. You know, if I remember correctly, in the first game too, there was a max, but then there was like when I got to the very end of the game, I was able to beat the encounter, but the check was way higher than anything I had previously seen in the game, and the only reason I was able to complete it was because I had maxed out my my like dialogue stuff.
Arcadia shall ever return to health?
Any luck with the sprat hunt? Decent quality, all things considered. Frankie's work is second to none. You can tell the good doctor I'll be around shortly, armed with needle and thread, calipers, and my finest jar of glass eyes.
Perfect. Thanks advance for lending your medical skills to the refugees.
Oh, no, thank you. It's always a pleasure to bring passion to one's work, even when that passion is a tad morbid. Be seeing you, Agent.
Oh, I need to check what time the grocery store opens up. Chris and I have to go do some grocery shopping this morning, so I won't be doing like an 8-hour stream this morning. 8 a.m. I got about another hour. I'm gonna take a Chris. Anyway, sorry, I had to. We were talking last night about going to the grocery store. I had to remind her what time it opened. She'd asked earlier, and I kind of forgot. I got about an hour left, and then we're gonna head out to the store. And then I don't have Lord of the Rings Online tonight, so at least I don't think I do, because my brother texted me 2 days ago that they were doing a road trip to Colorado to deliver a whole bunch of meat. They had butchered 4 cows that they were delivering to a client, and I don't think they're going to be back tonight, or if they are, they're going to be super tired. So I'm doubting we're going to do Low Charge tonight, which means I will be back with a second Outer Worlds stream today.
When I asked the seer for medical specialists, a plumber was not what I had in mind. Trust in the Order to think outside of the box. Take this. On behalf of the Order and the displaced, I thank you. Now, will there be anything else?
There is. Give me a second. Gosh darn it, why is this not opening? My phone is being cranky this morning. Groceries, I know, right? Stupid real life getting in the way of gaming. I'm going through my phone really quick to make sure I didn't miss a message from my brother really quick. I also hired a taxidermist. You're welcome.
From a medical standpoint, the taxidermist doctor was an unconventional choice. But I can't deny the results. Here, you've earned it.
Oh.
Now, will there be anything else?
That was bonus for the optional. So if I had convinced the robot to come back, there probably would have been an additional 1,000 XP.
How can I be of service?
You cannot. The monastery currently requires an access code. Oh. So at some point we're going to be able to get into the cult. By the way, can I strip a mod off of a weapon? I don't think you can. Unfortunately, I can't here, Transcend. When we lived in the city, I could, but here I can't get heavy rounds and long rounds? No, heavy rounds. Aren't the heavy rounds the one I use for the sniper rifle? Long rounds. I found the recipes I needed. I found all the recipes I needed for ammo. I can't get things delivered here like that. Not in bulk. We can order small things from, there's a local guild, I guess, of scooter motorcycle delivery guys, and they will go and pick you up a handful, like if you need, you know, a can of beans and some antiseptic and some band-aids and stuff. They'll go do that for you, and they'll charge you a small fee, but you can't. Yeah, we don't out in the city. They won't do like bulk deliveries, and I really miss that because that was nice during the lockdown. All the grocery stores, as a result of the lockdown, developed apps to match what Uber Eats had. Because like Uber Eats, I could go on Uber Eats and just order from a grocery store through Uber Eats, and your Uber driver would go do the delivery, would go do the pickup for you. And so all the grocery stores were like, well, if the app companies are doing it and taking a surcharge, we might as well create our own version of that so that we're getting the money for the deliveries and not this third party. So the competition forced them to up their game. And as a result, all the grocery store chains started offering grocery deliveries. And it's awesome. Oh, the other is they'll do pickups. So you can make your order. So like we did this when I was just up visiting my brother and sister-in-law last year. Was my sister-in-law goes onto the app for Walmart, makes her order, and then puts in a delivery, and they tell her when it's going to be available for pickup, and then she just goes to town when she's running other errands, pulls up into a parking area, clicks the button that she's ready, and a person comes out with the cart and loads it up into the back of your vehicle, and off you go. So you don't ever have to go into the grocery store. It's great. I do miss having those types of services where I live, because as a result, Chris and I have to physically go to the supermarket a couple times a week. I also don't like crowds, which is why we go early in the morning. Not for the claustrophobic stuff as much, a little bit. I get grumpy with stupid people. And so one of the things I'm not a germaphobe, but I get respiratory infections really easily, like the flu. I get my flu shot every year. I've had lots of problems over the years with colds and sinus issues. I will definitely have problems when I get older. It's a shitty thing I have to deal with. I had congestive lung failure when I was 22, and that's just something that's going to plague me my whole life. I have respiratory shit. And I'm nervous when I go because people don't fucking, like, they just sneeze and they don't, like, even make an attempt to, like, sneeze into their elbow, like, put their shirt up over their face. They just sneeze everywhere. And just people, the way dirty, everybody's dirty. I swear I'm not being a germaphobe. I'm not like, ooh, don't touch it. But I am very much like, oh my God, you just sneezed all over everything. So I don't like to go to the supermarket when there's lots of people because I get sick easily. So I try to avoid going to the supermarket during peak times. I go in the mornings. Conferences are the worst because every time I've gone to a conference, everybody gets con crud because, and you can't avoid it. It's like you're in a room with 200 people, you're at a conference with 2,000, 3,000, 6,000 people. Nobody's washing their hands. Everybody's touching everything, and inadvertently, you're gonna touch a door handle and scratch your face or something, and then contact, and you're sick. So yeah. And the other thing is just stupid people. And I think I told this story maybe a month ago, a couple months back. I was at the supermarket with Chris during peak time, and we were in the aisle for your groceries, and we had the cart, and she was paying, and the guy behind us, we had already paid, but she was putting the groceries into her cart, and the guy behind us came in and he only had like 2 things. So he paid and was done with his 2 items while we were still in the aisle with our cart, filling up the cart. And we couldn't pull the cart out of the aisle because there were people at the ATMs, which are right there at the end. So we were having to fill our cart and then we could leave. And he didn't wait for us. He just started trying to push, and there's no space. So he literally pushed me and then was like pushing my cart to get out. And I turned around and I said, "Excuse me?" And he then stopped and went, he's like, "Can I please get by?" And I was like, "No, you're going to have to wait until we're done because there's no space for me to move. Just wait and we'll be out of your way in a minute." And I was grumpy at that point because he had already pushed me and didn't say sorry or please or anything until I confronted him. And then he just proceeded to just be like, whatever, and pushed his way past anyway, and like just pushed Chris, pushed the cart and everything else. And I was like, I was ready to pop somebody in the supermarket. And like 2 days later, I told Chris, I was like, "I'm gonna go buy some stuff at the store," and she's like, "No, you're not." And I was like, "What do you mean?" She's like, "It's 11 o'clock in the morning right now." And I was like, "And she's like, "All the people are there right now. I don't want you getting into an altercation if I'm not there with you. Let's just wait till tomorrow." And I was like, "Fair point. My wife knows me." 'Cause I'm getting to the age where I just don't have patience for that kind of stuff, and I'm gonna end up. I feel like sometimes I just want to pop somebody because it's just like the stupidity and so it's better if I just avoid crowds entirely because that kind of stuff I'm having less and less patience as time goes on. I will probably be the guy who ends up crashing out at the grocery store when I'm 55 years old and gets punching some guy in the face. It's gonna happen. So I just avoid it. It's better to not get in trouble if you know you have trigger weak points. So for me, it's not so much claustrophobia as just knowing that I have this pent-up rage, and one of these little snowflakes is going to get popped one of these days. Telling you, man, take the label off the bleach containers. All right, all I have left is but claustrophobia is a real thing. Transcend being able to handle a car for long. I remember when after my congestive lung failure, I had post-traumatic issues, and they put me on Xanax and Paxil for a couple of years till I got over it. And it had gotten so bad where I couldn't go to the supermarket, and I had to have at the time, I was still in a speaking relationship with my parents, and so my mom would go help, and then my sister would get me things. It sucked. Yeah, it's better just to wait, transcend, go late at night or early in the morning. I really like the early morning, so we try to go when they first open up, especially on a Sunday, because no one's going to be at the supermarket, and most people are either not waking up because it's early on a Sunday, or they're going to church on a Sunday. So Sunday is my preferred day to go to the supermarket. I try to go before 10 or 11 o'clock in the morning, because anything after 11 o'clock, everybody's getting out of church, everybody's got the day off, bad day to go in the afternoon. The flip side is that there's also a local liquor law which says I can't buy alcohol after 8 o'clock at night and before 10 o'clock in the morning. So anytime I want to buy booze, I either get it through Amazon so that I don't have to deal with anybody, or I have to go to the supermarkets here at 10 o'clock in the morning to get a bottle of wine or something. And it sucks, but I try to do that on like a weekday because everybody's at work. So they're going to be at work, and there's not going to be that many people even at like 11 o'clock. On weekdays, the peak time is going to be like 6 o'clock in the afternoon. Yeah. Yeah, Lou, I really wish I could. If I could get things ordered here, I totally would. I would prefer to avoid people entirely. Yeah, Queen Blueface. Comic-Con, like any type of conference is going to be nasty. There's going to be 6,000 people there. No one's washed properly. They all stink. Bunch of nerds who don't believe in hygiene. Air conditioning never works. The Wi-Fi always sucks. that is one of the only ways is to socialize. That's social anxiety is a thing, but at the same time, we live in a time where you don't have to cope if you don't need to. Like, we have so many solutions.
Nearby mantisaur is deviating from typical flesh-rending behavior.
Like, delivery options are great for people who have social anxieties. Like, shit, I didn't mean to do that. Apparently don't get beyond the borders. He'll get shot at for trespassing. No clue. I don't play games on... Like, if I wanted to play mouse and keyboard, I play on the PC, so I don't know. I play on consoles specifically so that I could use controller. I am a 99% controller player. I don't play with...
Where do we go now? Another refugee camp?
Predict the future.
Another colony?
I predict.
I do not play with mouse and keyboard, so no answers for you there. But I mean, I said to guys, I think I talked about this a couple months ago. The fact that I don't even want to go to conferences anymore because I've just gotten to the point in my old age that I have no desire to deal with people. Airports are like the worst thing I can think of right now. Like the ideal of every time I'm on social media, I just see horrific things happening on airplanes because of ridiculous people doing stupid things. And I just don't want to be around it.
Mantisaur is deviating from typical flesh-rending behavior.
Hey, stranger! Please, you gotta help me. They're gonna railroad me into a guilty verdict, and I'll be declogging sewer sediment tanks until I'm dead enough to mulch.
What do you mean railroad you?
They're saying I murdered an officer, but they don't care what I've got to say about it. They just want me locked in here until
Yeah,
they
airports
pen
do
me in the
suck.
sewers.
Bad. Lucky for you, I could never ignore an injustice. What caught you in there, Dragnet?
I've absolutely no notion as to why. I've never been in no kind of trouble. I'm a good employee, I do my job, and I don't complain. And honestly, I actually like Chief Cuddy. He'd get you extra shifts if you asked, and only ding your pay if you really screwed up. And sometimes, if you really had to go, he'd even cover your bog breaks, pro bono. I'd never have hurt the chief, even if you offered to pay me to do it.
Yeah, I'm not a fan. I don't like flying either. I've never liked flying. And when it was my job, it was just kind of the sucky part of my job.
I don't think nobody killed Cuddy. I was there.
I have a
That's
fear of
everything I
heights.
did.
I have a
And he
fear
was
of deep
fine.
water because I can't
Well,
swim for shit,
he
and I have
was
a fear
fine
of
up until
flying.
he
So
wasn't, and then he
oceanic
just
flights
swole
are
up and
always the
died.
worst.
But the way he
I
swole
literally
up,
just
it's something Cuddy
drink
always said
until
might
I
happen.
pass out.
Only
Like,
it don't make no
take a
sense
couple of
that it happened
whiskeys
now.
and I'm good to go. I'll just sleep if I can. I've taken sleeping pills in the past, but I just prefer a couple of whiskeys or a glass of wine or two, and I'm usually good. And I just put in my earplugs and just try to sleep the whole way. Fear of turbulence. I know technically it's not supposed to be anything, but even the slightest bit of turbulence, I clench up, grip the edges of the chair. I'm not a good flyer.
We were eating chow at our post. Cuddy asked me to try his because it tasted funny, but I tried it and it was fine, just like mine. Then he just swole up, turned blue, and died. I made a ruckus, which called everyone in, and all they saw was him dead and me fine. So Security Officer Abner charged me with murder and threw me in here.
So how does that line up with what he said would happen?
It was exactly what Cuddy said would happen if he ate Crabble. He was deathly allergic to Crabble. But we ate Sisty stew, fresh from the can. And ain't no Crabble in Sisty stew.
Unless... Are you sure there wasn't Crabble in it?
Yup. Cuddy had told everybody about his allergy, repeatedly, over and over, constantly. Nobody would have served him Crabble knowing that.
Unless
But
someone
that's still gotta be
wanted
how
to
he
kill
died.
him.
So I need you to talk to Security Officer Abner, remind him of the allergy, and let him toss all my gear. He won't find Crabble anywhere.
Any of the stew still around?
No, that was days ago, and they tossed out the rest of the stew. So I don't even know if the docs will still be able to tell it was allergies that did in Cuddy.
Alright, let me see what I can find out.
He will. He has to. It's the truth. I didn't murder nobody. Please, make him understand.
Well, what have we here? You couldn't look less Auntie's choice if you tried. So what are you doing in our fort?
Happy to speak with your prisoner. I think we should talk about it.
You happen to speak with my prisoner? Without my permission? Why by law would you do that? And why shouldn't I lock you up for it?
See someone sit in a cage, I want to know why, so I asked.
And pray tell, what did our Trooper Bardot have to say for herself?
Your suspect make it sound like a chiefmate died from his allergies.
What? How could that be? I made the stew myself and every one of us ate it.
Exactly, but only he had a deathly Crabble allergy.
What? That's ridiculous. It was nothing but canned sisty stew. Stew that I have... Oh. Oh no. Oh, did you say Crabble?
Yes, apparently. Yeah, why do I suddenly think you know exactly what happened to Chief Cuddy?
Well, he told everyone that. But that ain't exactly the same as it actually being true. See, Cuddy was what you'd call a complainer. He complained about the food. He complained about the weather. He complained about his bunk. He complained about everything. He's also somebody's nephew. Some junior executive. And if you gave him reason enough to complain about you, he'd take it up with his uncle, and it'd come back down in your head.
Yeah, I had a landing in Warsaw once where everybody applauded. We were coming into Poland during a storm. It was icy out, and the plane did a thing where it like landed on a wing, like on a wing, sorry, but on like a one wheel, and the wing almost touched the ground, and then it bounced back onto the other wheel, and then and it did the bounce thing a few times going down the runway before it settled in, and then we were like going sideways before it straightened out. Dude, it was, yeah, that was one of those heart-stopping. Ugh, I don't miss that. That's actually, Chris and I have had this conversation many times. Like, to go visit my family the last few years, I have gotten so just especially with all the issues that have been happening with, like, airplanes just falling out of the sky. I know statistically it's still the most safest way to travel, but there have been a lot of issues in recent years with, like, the Boeings, some other things. Anyway, the idea of, like, I would prefer to drive. Even if it takes me 4 days to drive to visit my brother, I would rather drive the 4 days than fly and be there in 12 hours. Because I know that I'm in control. It's a control thing. I know I'm in control of the vehicle. You know, I'm taking, and I would like to I like road trips. You know, you're getting lots of scenery, photographs, videos. I understand Sean Bean entirely during the filming of The Fellowship of the Ring, and he would hike up the mountain every day rather than take the helicopter. I'm like, I'm there with you. I don't think I could. I've never been in a helicopter, and to be honest with you, I don't think I ever could willingly get into a helicopter. This is the funniest story everywhere. Chris and I, we were on a press tour in Spain that the government had paid for, and it was invite only. And we were there with like the National Geographic Travelers of the Year. It was a big, big event. There was only like 8 people that were invited. Chris and I were 2 of them. The head of the the head of the tourism board for Costa Brava was there, like the big head of the entire region. And they had invited us in, and we were on this really cool tour. We were doing all these cool activities, and one of the things we were doing was they took us up in hot air balloons. And I have never in my life wanted to go in a hot air balloon. I did not want to go in the hot air balloon, but this was a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to work at this level when we were doing travel stuff. And so we had to go to, we went to breakfast first, and it was this big spread at the location while they were airing up the balloons. They had a restaurant and a cafe on site. Really good food. It's actually where I got my recipe for the alubias con butifarra that I cook. That's literally the restaurant where I got that recipe. I got the shits. I was so terrified of going up in this hot air balloon that my guts were just turned to water. And I went to the bathroom like 6 times before and after breakfast, and we got on, we get in the fucking gondola, and I'm filming with one hand because I'm there to do a job, but I am gripping. Chris has footage of this on her phone, where I was like not paying attention, and I'm gripping like one of the ropes or cables that goes up from the gondola to the balloon. I'm gripping it so tight with my offhand that my entire fist was just white like a sheet of paper, and I'm like rigid like this, and the the head of the tourism board was like tapped me on the shoulder. He's like, "You gonna be okay?" And I was like, I'll make it work." But it was like it wasn't until we got up, like we were way high up, and everything below gets so tiny that you lose the sense of that sense of distance. Your perception of distance, it's so far away that you're just like, I didn't relax until that happened, but I never let go of the rope. But it was like, the views were amazing. I got great photography, great videography, but it was a terrifying experience for me that I will never, ever I will never go on a hot air balloon ever again, ever. It was an absolutely terrifying experience. That same trip, we were trying to get some photos of like this cliff along the Mediterranean, and I got up to the edge, and it wasn't even that far down, maybe 100 meters, and I still froze up at the edge, and Chris had to like come and like walk, like I was on my hands and knees, and I still froze up. I have a horrible fear of heights like that. It's bad. I've never done a bungee. Fuck no, I've never done bungee jumping. I get bad. Like, I was on a photo gig in Puerto Vallarta. We went up to the penthouse on this hotel. It's actually the same hotel that Bubbleonia has been at, and I showed him the pictures when we did the photo shoot. Bubbleonia took his partner out there a couple years back, and we were on the penthouse doing a photo shoot. And when you come out of the master bedroom, on the top floor, there's like this, I don't know, meter wide walkway with just plated glass on one side between you and this like 50-story drop off, and the beach and the coast. Like the entire coast is right there, but it's like a meter wide and maybe chest high, but it's like clear glass. And so you're just looking off the edge of this thing, and you go down this like walkway about 3 meters to get to the end, which is this massive infinity pool at the top of this penthouse. And if you've never seen an infinity pool, it's literally like this pool that goes right up to the edge of the building, and it's like clear glass, so that you're in the pool with nothing but clear glass between you and this like 50-story drop off in the whole ocean. And it's a fabulous view, but for me and my fear of heights, I was just terrified the whole time we were up there doing this, and the buildings, moving with the wind. It's just no.
Law, no. At least
don't like
not
heights.
on purpose. Half his gripes were really nothing but reasons to grouse. But if you push back too hard, he'd run to his uncle. So most of us just ignored him, assuming he was constantly full of it, and didn't think twice about doing things like stretching the stew with canned crabble stock.
So you're the one who killed him.
What? No, it was an accident. Nobody would have. At least nobody'd mean to. Law, his uncle is gonna see me transferred to mid-operation engine cleaning on the claim.
Yep.
Unless... Hey, how'd you like to make some bits? Some real bits? And keep a tragic accident that'll lead to the end of a promising career. Total secret.
Hold that thought. Alright, breakfast is ready, guys.
So we got this thing. An acidic dematerializer that we use to melt mantisaur dung. so it don't call in the local wildlife. But it'll actually work on anything. That means if someone used it to melt Cuddy, there would be no body, which would mean no autopsy, which would mean no evidence, which would end the investigation.
What about the girl in
I'd
the
do it
cage?
myself, but my boss said she's on her way for a surprise
What about
inspection.
Bardot?
Well, then she's cleared, of course. No more questions asked. She goes free, you get bits, I get on with my life. Deal? Thank law. You'll find Cuddy inside the tower, but you'll have to sneak your way past the guards.
Sure, why not?
It simply wouldn't do for me to announce your intentions to the base. Then come back and tell me when I've got no more evidence to hold Bardot and can draw this whole thing to a close.
Well, hopefully I can actually trust him to do that. That's going to be where I leave you, though, guys. Breakfast is ready, and we're going to go to the supermarket after breakfast. So, more than likely, when I get back, I'll probably just take a shower and come back for another stream. Unless Chris needs me for something, because I think she hasn't. They just opened the church back up because they've been installing air conditioners for the past couple of weeks doing work on it. So if she's going to church today, I'll just come back and stream while she's at church. Otherwise, I'll be back this afternoon. Like if I decide to take a nap or something, I'll be back early this afternoon because I don't have Lotro tonight. So we're definitely doing 2 streams. So, I'm taking too long, so she brought me breakfast. By the way, this is breakfast, everybody. So huevos motoleños. Fried plantain, beans, 2 eggs with jamon, fresh homemade salsa. She literally was like, the salsa's going to get cold, you need to eat. So she just brought me my plate because I'm taking too long. So I'm going to go eat my breakfast, go to the store, and I'll catch you guys later on today.